Hello and welcome back to another episode of Pop Culture Reacts as we work our way through Radiohead's The Bends, and we are at track 5, Bones.
I was a bit worried then. I couldn't see us on the screen, and I realised I was looking at the wrong monitor.
Fool!
yes, it is. It is track five, Bones. This one wasn't released as a single. This is an album track only. So we won't have any video to go along with it. So you'll just be getting the song, I'm afraid. Shall we jump straight on in?
Let's jump in.
Let's do this. Bones.
I can feel that in my bones. I liked that one. Um,
That's a shocker.
yeah,
Is it because it had guitars in it and it was a little bit harder?
well, it does hit me more where, things that I like.
Mm.
But yeah, no, I much preferred that from the last two. Um, Lyrically, sort of very much about obviously growing old and
Yeah, it feels like one of the much more literal ones
yeah,
to me. Which is no criticism to it because I think it has strength in it for that. You know, like it is talking about something that happens to all and probably something that a lot of people
fear.
fear, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
and then I guess ultimately suffer with when you get there. You know, it speaks more to the downsides of it. It's not a lot of, do you know what though? When you're in that retirement home, you can have a good game of cards with someone and have some fun. It is more about the kind of the downside, the dark side, the pain that can come with that. There's a bit in it that I absolutely love. The part I love the most in this song is that part where it comes out the chorus into that bridge where he then transitions into that. And I used to fly like Peter Pan, and I just think it's a lyric that stays with me. Like when I think of this album, it's one of the standout lyrical moments for me, and I really love how it transitions into that.
Yeah, it said the obviously yes, it's heavier, so it sort of obviously grabs my attention much easier. Um, but it has that the transition, as you said there, when it goes into the that sort of bridge. You can hear the what they're doing with like the guitars and the distortion and that
Yeah, yeah.
stuff in there as well. There is obviously it isn't just plug in and play. There is
There's a lot of
distortion. There is
guitar over guitar, isn't there?
yeah.
Like,
There's lots of overdub and stuff that
yeah,
just sort of level make it a thicker, more
yeah, layers it on, doesn't it? You know, I was
heavier.
saying that one of the transition points I think from Pablo Honey where you get into this is, and maybe it's confidence. You know, maybe it's that
Mm,
confidence in your skill, or maybe confidence in your songwriting. But rather than the three guitars generally being used in concert with each other, this is where those guitars and this song I think is a good example of it, where they almost find their own voice in it. When they go, well, actually, it doesn't have to you can layer on top without it being repetitive. Yeah,
yeah,
or I say repetitive wrong term,
well,
literally being a copy. Like so,
yeah,
rather than
it's
hearing three guitars playing
the
slightly
same.
tonally different, the same thing. Yeah, you can again. I go back to orchestral. You can start to take those orchestral things of going. You don't just have like violins, cellos, and double basses necessarily playing the same thing. You have them playing different parts. They're bringing different emotive parts to the song.
But yeah, I like this one. This one's definitely going to be one that I will go back to.
Yeah, and it's like it's quite a short one as well. Like and probably to its benefit, I think often songs are the length that they are. Da 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 da. Da. But it's the one that I always feel a bit sad that it's not longer. I think I
Yeah,
want more of it. Is the honest truth. But
there
I
could
guess I
have
can just
been
play it again. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. You could have had another verse or another throwback to that Peter Pan bridge into the chorus again.
yeah.
So yeah, another 30 seconds, 40 seconds out of it. But
I
it's
wonder
not it's
whether
not a
though.
proper shot. Sure, it's not. It's under 2 minutes of. So still,
No, no, no. I mean, it's still. I mean, clocks in at just over 3 minutes, but I think, yeah, it just when listening to it as an album and going through the tracks, this feels like it feels the shortest so far, and it is
mm,
the shortest so far, I guess. I mean, I wonder, and I don't want to give too much credit because you know you're looking at this very many years later, but I wonder whether the length was like chosen not just by kind of musical decisions, but going, well, if we're doing a song about like age then you know there's a finite endpoint and it tends to come quicker. You know, maybe. But again, sometimes that's the it's easy for us to layer that stuff on years later, isn't it? I've gone, oh yeah, geniuses. They decided that. Whereas you know you add that on, and I'm sure any artist worth their salt will go, yeah, yeah, that's what I did. But yeah, I do wonder whether that might potentially be part of it, or maybe they just went like subject matter. We'll kind of keep it brief because we don't want it to become overwhelming.
mm,
And as I say, mate, I think that bridge benefits from it coming where it does in the song with not much to come after it.
yeah. So as always with the YouTubiness, thanks for ring the bell. Comments down there on what you think of Bones and obviously the album so far, and as always, recommendations.
Yes,
Obviously
please.
we are going through all the albums of the Radiohead, but stuff like Radiohead, things that Radiohead fans like down there, and they can go
Yeah,
into the ever growing list.
the ever growing list. We like the
Exactly,
list.
we do. But what is next?
We've got Nice Dream, and I should say open brackets, Nice Dream Close brackets.
Fancy.
Yeah,
So, until next time, we have a lovely night's dream.
we do.
Goodbye.